I just got up in the morning and decided that I'm going to shoot a video on this topic. So I have to tell you about something. I'm COVID positive for the second time. And I thought that this can be one of those videos that can really help you in finding a few answers for yourself. The first time that I caught COVID was in the April of 2021. That was the Delta virus that was going around everywhere. First time was terrible. I had pretty severe pneumonia. My lungs were affected. I was dead scared for my life because there were people dying everywhere around us at that time. If you remember how Delta virus was the last year, my entire family was COVID positive. My family was, one of us were in the hospital, and things were very bad at that time. Very bad. I will never forget that time of my life. I felt a lot of shortness of breath. I could not breathe properly in the first time. It actually gave me a new life. I decided on making a few changes with my life, though I really forgot a lot of those promises that I made to myself. A lot of those things that I had promised that I'm not going to be doing again. I think I've started doing them all over again. I've started worrying. I've started taking nonsense trouble on my head. Something or the other happens, and there's so much happening in the life that you tend to forget that, there were more important things in life, and there were more important things that needed your attention, and you needed to be happy, and that is why you wanted to live longer. Anyway, now coming to the second time. So I'll quickly give you a little history of how things happened. I was in Maldives for a short period of time of a week or so. I got back on the 25th, and around 29th or 30th, I started feeling very drained. I was drained. I was feeling extremely lethargic. There was so much lack of energy in me that I didn't feel like getting up. So I'm telling you, there was this time I told my mom, I called her up on the phone and I told her that, I don't know what is wrong with me, Mama. I am absolutely well. There are no symptoms whatsoever. No throat ache, no fever, nothing at all. The only symptom that started to appear in my body was my laziness. I was very lazy. I could not get up. That was how 2 or 3 days went by. And then fourth day, that is one day after Eid, I remember quite distinctly, I started getting my first symptom, and that was throat ache. So 3 or 4 o'clock, I was absolutely okay. And then suddenly 5 o'clock, there was this terrible pain in my throat. Terrible, I don't know, but it was bad. It was bad. The next day, I got 99 fever. And then the next day, I got fever of 100 on the scale. Then, of course, there was something to worry about, and we were a little unsure as to what is happening with me, because we were not expecting COVID, because I'm fully vaccinated. Otherwise, I've already been COVID positive once. So you feel sure that, you're out of danger for at least some time. I wasn't sure that something like this could be happening to me. But anyway, I got myself tested. That was mainly because people in my office, they were pushing me. On the phone, they were pushing me to get myself tested. So there's this friend of mine, Aman. See, Aman, I'm taking your name. He terribly pushed me to take a test. There was this home test that happened. And in the evening, I received my report that I'm COVID positive. But by that time, the time report arrived, my symptoms had gone off completely. I was absolutely normal. My fever had not returned in the last 2 or 3 days. So I just got fever twice. Once it was 99, the other day it was 100.5. And that was it. Third day, I didn't get fever. I didn't need any medication of that sort. Now, the thing that happened wrong in my case was that I did not take the COVID test, but I did call up a doctor on one of these applications, Practo or some, I don't really remember which app it was. I took an online consultation, and I spoke with a doctor, a very good doctor. So he said that these days we are treating COVID just like any other flu, and it's all right. Even if you're not having any severe symptom, it's all right. You may not take the test. That's what he said. And then he gave me antibiotics and some other medicines for my throat ache and stuff. I went on antibiotics. Now that is something that I feel I did wrong. Like, I feel COVID has really nothing to do with bacteria, so why was I on antibiotics? It made no sense. The only medicine that I really needed was for the cough, because a lot of too much of it. But if I tell you emotionally, the day I got my fever first time, I was very scared. I was scared for COVID because I remembered my first experience, which was so bad. Talking about shortness of breath, it was happening this time too. I still feel there's some amount of shortness of breath that is still happening. I'll explain shortness of breath to you. Shortness of breath is when you can breathe, but you can't breathe fully. It's like अटक रही है सांस, पूरी नहीं जा रही अंदर, और फिर थोड़ी देर परेशानी होने के बाद then you're able to breathe. So you're unable to breathe for some time properly, and then suddenly there's a long breath that you can take and you're okay. If I have to generalize it for you, I feel that second time COVID was much easier as compared to how it was the first time. I have done my last 3 or 4 videos in COVID, so you can go and check those videos out. I was positive even at that time, and you will not be able to find that out from the video. I am looking healthy. I felt healthy. The only problem was cough. I hope I could solve a few questions for you, and I could give you a little hint as to how COVID can be the second time. But again, one person's example can never be the same for the other person, because this is COVID, highly unpredictable. Please keep yourself safe and keep yourself healthy. Please eat proper, exercise, and if you have any symptoms, I urge you to get yourself tested, home tested, and please stay away from the elderlies of the family, because they are the ones who really need to be protected heavy and hard. That's it, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye.